In this video, I'm going to show you how internal radii can affect machining. Let's take a look at this example. It has 3 pockets in the top view, and then in the cross-sectional view, the 3 pockets look something like this. And I have 3 tools in here in the cross-section. So the top view of the tool, these are the diameter of the tool, and this is the front view of the tool. So let me cut this pockets first. I'm going to use this tool, bring it in here. So I'm going to make this corner, starting with this corner, and then the front view will go like this. So it will cut into the parts. Now, the first thing you can see, this cutting tool is not going to reach this corner. No matter what you do, if you can go like this, you're cutting into the parts. So this right here, it really depending on the size of your cutter. The larger the cutter is, the larger of this corner. So if I have to use this cutting tool to cut this pocket, it will look something like this. Now, I can make this cutting tool smaller by having this cutting tool. Now, still, this corner is not going to go away. I will still have this corner, so it will end up something like this. So if I have this cutting tool go around, so your pocket will have to have a corner. So no matter what you do in CNC machining, you will always get a corner radius for all internal corners. Now, there's another thing you have to pay attention to, is that when you machine a pocket or internal corners, take a look at this tool, go around these parts. Now, as the cutting tool reaches the corner, you can see right here, this portion of the cutting tool, a quarter of it is touching the parts. That means there is a lot of load or force on the cutting tool. This surface is not going to be clean. Compared to here, you're talking about only a small amount of the material that is in contact. So here is cleaner, light load, and then here is rougher because it's a heavy load on the cutting tool. So ideally, you should not use the same size cutting tool. That radius should not match the radius of the corner. You should have a slightly smaller radius of the cutting tool to reach the corner if you want the corner to be perfect. So I will use a smaller cutting tool to go around, follow the curve. So you can see at some point the cutting tool, a quarter of it is not touching, only a portion of it is touching this corner. So in here it follows it. So this will ensure the corner radius are cleaner. So in the right way to do this pocket is you still want to start with the larger end mill because you don't want to spend so much time using a small end mill. And larger end mill, you can have maybe 3 times, 4 times you can get it done to get all the material out. And then when you finish this parts, the last cut is going to be your smaller tool just to follow this curve and follow the internal pocket, and you will get this pockets machined it perfectly. So again, it is important to pay attention in internal radius, because if you have a cutting tool because all your cutting tool around, you are not going to get sharp corners. You will have to consider that in your design and in your program.